I normally visited Canada once every 2 years, but I didn't go to Canada for 4 years because of the pandemic. And when I go to Canada, that's when I usually buy shoes, or my mom buys shoes for me as a kind of a custom we've slowly developed, which meant I didn't have a chance to get new shoes for 4 years. When I first came to Japan, getting shoes in my size was a hassle, so I'd always buy shoes in Canada. Now with ABC Mart, it's easy to buy shoes in my size. It's not as much of an issue as it used to be. But I decided to try getting shoes from Amazon. I got a few pairs of really cheap shoes, but they turned out to be really cheap shoes. And I was a bit wary about buying shoes because I want to make sure they fit. You can't try them on through Amazon, but you can return them if they don't fit. But I looked into good walking shoes, and there was a company called Brooks that was recommended. So I bought these shoes from Brooks over 2 years ago, and they've been very comfortable. But I think it's time to switch over to the shoes I got in June when I went to Canada. Now here's the intersection with the damaged fences and the safety tape. And this is the route I normally take when I go to the station. So instead of going that way along the flat way, this way goes down this little slope here, then goes up another slope. And I saw something last week which I thought was so stupid. Now you can see this is a walkway. This isn't for vehicles, right? But you can bring a car down there and people drive and they park here, and I guess there's a way to go around and park over there too. But some car was trying to come out here, and it's wide enough to drive up to this area, but you can't drive here. So the car tried coming around here and got hung up on these metal posts, and you can't get through here. This isn't wide enough for a car. So then it tried backing up. So there must be some way to get... No, you can't drive here. There's no way to park cars here. This is just for walking. See, there's fences all along there. So then it tried backing up, and it ripped off the whole front bumper of the vehicle. Oh. Just ripped off the whole front bumper of the vehicle. It was hilarious. I was just shaking my head. And there were people like trying to help them, trying to wave them back, but it was too late. They were hooked on these metal poles, and it ripped the whole front bumper off of the car. And just because... But I can't figure out how they got back in there. I'm not going to walk down there and check, but there are fences along here, so they must have gotten down there somewhere. But anyway, there are these steps here that I never take that you can use to go up to that street and then walk across there, but I usually come along here. Now, if Mom and Tanis remember, these little manhole covers, they are a hazard when it rains, because when they're wet, you just slip. And I think one of the days when Mom and Tanis were here, that's way back in like 96, 97, I remember my mom slipped on one of those when we were walking. Just past those people. They got this post here so people don't drive their cars down there. So there's one side for bicycles mainly, and the other side for people to walk, but you can do whatever you want. And that goes around behind the back of my apartment. So that's the one little up and down portion. Then you get up here. There's a fairly new house with an interesting gate for their driveway. This gate just swings up and becomes like a little roof and then swings back down. It's really interesting. But they've got a kind of a tower. It's a pretty big house for Japan, and it's on a corner lot, and there's this kind of tower. I call it a tower. And then in contrast, this older house with corrugated metal roof and all this new siding on it and this new fence around it, also on a corner lot, very elevated. Good size, but definitely a much older building. So you cross the street. Japan has all of these traffic mirrors, so you can see what's around the corner when you're driving. I've never seen those in Canada. I don't think they're in Canada. But you don't have a lot of blind corners in Canada. So then this part goes down. And I showed this a little bit in the video yesterday. This goes to the intersection where the laundromat, or near where the laundromat is. There are some nice big houses with nice yards, but I say nice yard for Japan. There's not a lot of yard space. This house has, Christmas lights that light up, and there's this laser thing that sprays out these little rotating green or red lights across this whole area. And they've got their grapefruit tree. Then you go down these stairs, there's the slope for bicycles and whatnot, so he's on his bicycle there. And it's not cloudy, but I bet Mount Fuji's hiding again. But when I get to the bridge, I'm going to take a different route than the one I took yesterday. Probably not a lot of birds to see. And here is Auto no Shingo again. And there's the laundromat again. And it's warm again. It's like 20 again. Between 15 and 20. A bit of a breeze, but it's not cold at all. It's very comfortable. I'm getting out later than I wanted to. It's after 2:30. My bad. I was lazy, but we really lose the light around 3:30 or before 4 o'clock, so I should have gone out around noon. Today's Thursday, so I'll do better tomorrow. I've got to cross the street, but I'll do that after I get to the bridge. Okay, now again looking to the right, you can often see Mount Fuji, but there are low clouds which might be obscuring it, the same as yesterday, although I did get lucky in that short final video when I was on my way home. Saw a bit of Mount Fuji. So let me see, I'll look first. And I can make out the silhouette of Mount Fuji. It's hazy, but it is there. Let's see. I don't know if you can make it out, but Mount Fuji is barely visible as this darker shape in the background. And there's Ondagawa. Oh, there's one of the light-colored carp. Wasn't there yesterday. Okay, so now Now, yesterday I went along that route down by the river. Today I'm going to go, you cross the bridge, you go that way, and it takes you to Tsunami River, and then you can, after about half an hour from me, you can get to Hamelin station, which is where Lalaport is. I should have come out in the spring and taken pictures. That's a big cherry tree. There's a lot of cherry trees along here. They're so pink and beautiful. Yeah, the sun's not that low, but it is throwing a lot of shadows here because of the buildings. But this is better than a lot of areas. There is more sky. Around Yokohama Station, it's all just tall buildings. You can't see the sky or the sun at all after like 3:30, 4 o'clock, unless you get a gap between the tall buildings. What are these birds? I can't see if I'm getting the bird or not. I'll screenshot that. There's more ducks down there. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. I'm going to make this a shorter video than the one yesterday because I want to get some pictures of these birds, because my sister and I, or mainly her, have been identifying these birds. So that's kind of an activity I'm into on these walks now. So I'm going to get some photos of these birds, but thank you for watching this video. This is Jason on a Thursday, and I'm thinking, Jason thinking on a Thursday, thinking about birds. Bye.